Hello children, as we all know that our examination is going to start very soon. Many instruction you got related to the examination, what will be the pattern and how examination will take place, right? So by keeping in the mind that our examination is going to start, we all know revision is very important task for all of you. I hope you people are doing a revision at your home. Moreover, I am also posting the videos to revise the different part of the chapters, right? I have already sent you all the revision videos for language of chemistry, revision videos for the type of chemical reaction, right? Apart from this, if you people are having any doubt in the chapter language of chemistry and types of chemical reaction or chemical changes and reaction, okay, you people are free to ask through the SMS at the platform of INTAP Campus Care, right? Today I would like to revise again the criss-cross method of writing chemical formula and radical, because this part is very important. You can say the backbone of chemistry. Without knowing chemical formula, it is not possible to understand the chemical reaction, right? So today we will revise the topic chemical formula writing skill. Chemical formula. In chemical formula, what we will discuss today, how to write chemical formula. How to write chemical formula. How to write chemical formula means we will revise criss-cross method of writing chemical formula, right? Some instructions are related to the writing chemical formula that I have already given you all while we were discussing about chapter language of chemistry. I told you all many times, chemical formula is hidden in chemical name. Okay, what will be given in examination? Chemical name will be given and you have to write the chemical formula. Okay, so chemical formulas are hidden in chemical name, right? So if you are able to understand the chemical name, it is very easy for you to write the chemical formula by using criss-cross method. So first instruction what I will give you for writing chemical formula, it is to understand the chemical name. After understanding the chemical name, you have to split that chemical name into the cations and anions. We all know ionic compounds are consist of cations and anions. So that chemical name you have to split into the appropriate cations and anions. Then after, accordingly, you have to write the cations and anions in the form of formula. Always remember, positively charged ion, I mean cations, are always written on left hand side. Okay, positively charged ions are written on left hand side and negatively charged ions are always written on right hand side. For example, I am telling you all to write the chemical formula of sodium nitrate. A chemical name I have given you all, and I told write the chemical formula of sodium nitrate. So first of all, what I told, chemical formula is hidden in chemical name. You recognize what is hidden in this chemical name? Sodium and nitrate radical. This chemical name is consist of sodium and nitrate radical. We all know sodium is metal, so it will be positively charged. Nitrate is a negatively charged radical. So write the symbol of sodium on left hand side. Sodium symbol is Na. Nitrate is a type of polyatomic ion. I hope you people know the formula of nitrate radical. It is NO3. Now here you have to remember what charges are present on different radical. What are the chemical formula of radical, right? So nitrate radical contains 2 minus charge over it. 2 minus charge. And we all know the charge over polyatomic ions or radical is considered as the valency of that radical. So if 2 minus charge is present over this nitrate radical, it means valency of only minus charge will be present on a nitrate radical, not 2 minus charge. Okay, so here minus charge present over nitrate radical will be the valency of this nitrate. So valency of nitrate is 1. Sodium valency, we all know sodium belongs to group number 1. Group number 1. So its valency will be 1, because we all know group number is equivalent to the valency. Okay, so here 1. Now we exchange the valency of negative radical with positive radical and positive radical valency with negative radical. So by cross method we will exchange the valency. After exchanging the valency, we got that sodium is having 1 and nitrate is also having 1. Okay, after exchanging these valency, it is written as subscript. The same thing I have done here. The valency of nitrate will act as a subscript to sodium, and valency of sodium will act as a subscript to the nitrate radical. We all know there is no meaning of this 1. So finally chemical formula will be NaNO3. I hope you people are understanding. Okay, we are doing revision here. Let us take some more chemical name. Ammonium phosphate. Write the chemical formula of ammonium phosphate. Chemical formula is hidden in chemical name. Always remember this statement. Okay, you recognize first how this chemical name is consist of. It is consist of ammonium radical and phosphate radical. I hope you people know the formula of ammonium radical. It is NH4 plus. Plus means charge present over this ammonium, and it will be equivalent to the valency of that ammonium radical. And phosphate radical formula is PO4. We all know positively charged radicals are written on left hand side, while negatively charged radicals are written on right hand side. Same thing I have done here. NH4 plus means positively charged, and PO4 is 3 minus. It contains 3 minus charge over it. So valency of phosphate will be 3 minus. Right? So valency will be written just below to the respective radicals. Phosphate radical valency is 3. I am writing 3 here. Ammonium radical valency is 1. I am writing 1 here. Right? Now we exchange the valency by using cross method. Exchange it. After the exchanging, we got that valency of phosphate will go with ammonium, and valency of ammonium will go with phosphate. And finally we got NH4 whole thrice PO4 1. We all know if radical is polyatomic, then subscript is written after enclosing the radical into the bracket. The same thing I have done here, because radical is polyatomic. So first of all, I enclose this radical into the bracket. Then after, the respective radical is written as subscript. We all know there is no meaning of this one. So directly we will write the chemical formula of ammonium phosphate is NH4 whole thrice PO4. NH4 whole thrice PO4. Right? I hope you people are grabbing it. Now come at next chemical formula. One more example let us consider. Write down the chemical formula of lead acetate. Remember my statement. Chemical formula is hidden in chemical name. So what is chemical name? Lead acetate. It means it consists of lead ion and acetate radical. Lead symbol is Pb. Pb is metal. It means positively charged ion. Will be written on left hand side. That thing I have done here. Acetate formula is CH3. COO minus. Minus means having one charge over it. valency will be 1, right? So valency of acetate is 1 and valency of lead is 2 here. Okay, in lead acetate, plumbous ion is present. Plumbous means 2 plus charge over lead. Plumbic means 4 plus charge over lead. I hope you people are understanding. So what will be the chemical formula? Let's see. Exchange the valency. Valency of acetate will go with lead and valency of lead will go with acetate. What will be the formula? Formula will be CH3COO whole twice Pb, because acetate radical is polyatomic ion. That's why I enclosed it into the bracket. Then after I kept the valency of lead with acetate as a subscript, and lead valency is 1, there is no need to write. So chemical formula of lead acetate is CH3COO whole twice Pb. Now after writing this chemical formula of lead acetate, one doubt I hope is coming in your mind. Why acetate radical came on left hand side instead of lead radical? You must have the question in your mind, and many times I have clarified the doubt related to this, right? While we were doing live classes, that time also I explained why acetate radical is present on left hand side instead of right hand side. Because we all know plus ion should be in front of negative ion for the formation of ionic bond. If you will write right hand side this acetate radical, so this non-polar end, non-polar means not having any charge. There is 2 tail of acetate. There is a 1 tail and 1 head, not 2 tail, 1 tail and 1 head of acetate radical. Okay, so this part you can see this is tail part of acetate radical is not having any charge, and this head part is having minus charge. So when this 2 plus charge will come in front of minus charge, then only it can form ionic bond. When this Pb will come in front of this non-polar end, how attraction will take place? There will be no electrostatic force of attraction in between this Pb 2 plus and CH3 group, because CH3 group is non-polar, not having any charge over it. So there will be no attraction between Pb2 plus and CH3, right? That's why what I did here, I kept this polar part of acetate radical in front of this Pb2 plus. Now they are just in front of each other. So here electrostatic force of attraction will occur in between acetate radical and Pb2 plus. So finally formula is CH3COO whole twice Pb, right? I hope you people are understanding. Okay, one time I would like to clarify here radical I should discuss first, but somehow I am going to discuss now it. What is radical? Radical means ions. Ions may be simple ions or complex ions. Complex ion means polyatomic ion, you can say complex ion. Simple and complex ion. 2 type of ion, simple ion and complex ion. Simple ion means a general atom is having charge over it. A single atom is having charge over it. For example, Na plus simple ion, Cl minus simple ion, Fe2 plus simple ion, copper 2 plus simple ion. But when a group of atoms are associated with each other and having some net charge over it, for example, NO3 minus, here group of atoms are associated together and having net charge over it. So such kind of radical is called as complex ion. Or you can say polyatomic ion. Polyatomic ions. What is the meaning of polyatomic ions? This word poly is consist of 2 words, poly plus atom. Poly means multiple and atom means, I hope you people know. When a radical is consist of multiple atoms, such kind of radicals are known as complex ion. One more example, SO4 2 minus, PO4 3 minus, right? OCle minus. They all are consist of multiple atoms and having net charge over it. So these ions will be referred to as complex ion, and simple ions means having plus or minus charge over a single atom, right? I hope now it is clear in your mind. Before knowing the ions, it is not possible for you to understand the writing method of chemical formula, right? So I hope your crisscross method is clear now, right? I have given many other examples. Very important topic, very important. I hope whatever radicals I have given you all earlier, you people have learned it along with formula and charges over it, right? I hope your revision is going well. You are preparing for examination. So that's all for today. Thank you.